So welcome back for the third session of today. And in the previous session, Gedin Stargila had already discussed with you the strategies or the things that you need to keep in mind while you are writing a paragraph. Okay, so keeping that in mind, this particular session is about essay. Okay, and this is specifically for all students, right? Class 4 to 8, and based on your level, you can think of building or writing paragraph or essay. Okay, so before we begin, okay, I just want to tell you to quickly think of all the things that you have learned so far, right from the very beginning of this online session on English, the first day. Okay, what did we discuss with you? Okay, up till now, and then you will see a connection. Okay, the first week, first session, you learned about, or because Gedin Saragila reviewed the different parts of speech that is part of a sentence, and then we discussed about the role of a verb in a sentence, the verb being the heart of a sentence, and even I have also taken some session on verb tenses. So Gedin Saragila and me both have discussed with you verbs, isn't it? And then parts of speech, and then from there we switched to where? Sentence types, right? Types of sentences. So why I am discussing this is the gradual building up of, right? So because how important a word is in a sentence, right? Nouns, adjectives, adverb, preposition, you have conjunction, so interjection. So you have a lot of words in a sentence that makes a sentence, isn't it? Word. You have phrases, isn't it? You learned about clauses. So that all put together makes a sentence, a subject and predicate. I discussed just yesterday, isn't it? Subject, verb, and then the part of a sentence, or the clause which carries a verb, okay, being the predicate, and subject and predicate making a sentence. And then now from sentence, in the previous session, Gedin Saragila discussed about paragraph. So how a group of sentence can be converted into a paragraph. So a paragraph is a group of sentences, right? But that doesn't mean that all sentences are unrelated. Okay. So building from word to phrases, phrases to sentence, and then sentence to paragraph. And now for this session, from paragraph to essay. So this is how we are learning. Clear? Okay. So look at the slide. The first question that I want to ask you is, what is an essay? Okay. So in class, okay. So even I remember as a child, right, when I was a student like you, we have to write essay. Okay. I don't remember how many times I have written short paragraphs, but I remember having to write essays. Okay, so even now you are told by your teachers to write essay, isn't it? So you need to understand what actually an essay is. Okay, so just take some time and think about, okay, what is the difference between a paragraph and an essay? Take your time. Think about it. Can you visualize a set of written piece, which is a paragraph, and a set of written piece that is an essay? Can you do that? Okay, if you are able to do that, you are coming closer to the point. Okay, so paragraph and essay, they are not same. Do you think they are same? But you can say that paragraph is a part of an essay. Okay, paragraph is a part of an essay, but a paragraph is not an essay. Does that make sense? Okay, so what actually an essay is? Okay, look at the slide. A short piece of writing dealing with a single subject expressing information as well as the writer's opinion. So read it carefully, right? An essay is a short piece of writing. So here I am writing short piece, okay, keeping your level in mind, okay. So for university students or like some professors or other people, right, the essay can be longer, okay. So a short piece of writing dealing with a single subject, expressing information as well as the writer's opinion. Most of the time you express your own viewpoints, you express your opinion, isn't it? So then it's a focused piece of writing that develops an argument or narrative based on evidence, analysis, and interpretation. So when you look at the word argument, don't think about someone is fighting, okay? It's not that sort of thing, okay? Arguments. You are laying your point, okay? Whatever you are feeling, your point, you are just trying to justify that, okay? So like we have argumentative essays, a lot of things. So we will come to that later, okay? A focused piece of writing. So from that phrase, what do you think? A focused piece of writing means there should be like about one particular thing, okay, or something related to that particular thing. Should be focused, okay, that develops an argument or narrative. It can be a sort of narrative, maybe a personal narrative or other, where you narrate something based on evidence, and then there should be a strong evidence to prove your point, okay. Analysis and interpretation. You can interpret as well. So this is what an essay is, okay. And yes, it is formed of paragraphs, okay. Number of paragraphs together form an essay, okay. Okay, now parts of an essay, okay. Look at the slide. So what are the parts of an essay? You have, of course, you all know that, isn't it? So you can assume or you can think that ma'am is just revising, right? Ma'am is just helping you review all those things, okay? Revise and think about. For students of class 5, it may be a new thing because those who have started learning English only from class 4, okay? So discussing about an essay can be a little, you can say, new thing because you just started learning English in class 4, okay? Just 1 year of like a formal English classroom instruction is not enough for you to have understanding of all these parts of an essay, okay? But even then, you can just notice, okay, yeah, these are the parts of essay. But I assume you understand what a paragraph is because a student of class 4, you can frame a simple sentence, isn't it? So a group of sentences make a paragraph. So you just keep in mind that, okay, so some number of paragraphs make an essay. Okay, and then you will study about, okay, what are the different parts of an essay, okay. But class 6, 7, 8, I assume you understand what an essay is, right? So the introduction, okay, the first part, okay, of an essay is introduction. Then you have the body, that is the longest part of the essay, and you have conclusion, okay, introduction, body, and conclusion. So we can think of essay as a group of 3 paragraphs, okay. Now I'm talking in terms of class 5 and 6, okay. But a standard essay, okay, a standard short essay consists of 5 paragraphs, okay. Does that make sense? 5 paragraphs, okay. So if you are a student of class 5 or 6, okay, your teacher tells you to write an essay, it need not be a very long one. You can group your essay, or you can make the essay into like a 3 paragraph essay. You can do that, okay. Introduction, then you have the body paragraph, then you have conclusion, okay. So this is for the beginners who have just started learning about essays. So maybe class 5, 6, okay. 6 even you can like think of writing a little longer, but that doesn't mean all students of class 6 are capable of doing that, okay, because all students are different. They learn at different pace, and we all understand that. And then another can be like introduction, you have body paragraph, body paragraph 1, you have body paragraph 2, and body paragraph 3, and then the conclusion or concluding paragraph. See, introduction or introductory paragraph. Okay, introduction or introductory paragraph. Conclusion or concluding paragraph. Okay, what's the difference? Introduction or introductory paragraph. Conclusion, concluding paragraph. What's the difference? Same, right? But introduction is just a word, okay, it's a noun. And here it's a phrase, introductory paragraph, concluding paragraph. And introductory suggests the nature of the paragraph, okay, a paragraph that is used as an introduction, okay, used for the introduction part. So, introductory paragraph, concluding paragraph, okay. So, if you remember, I think yesterday we talked about participle and gerund. Conclude is verb. If we remove E and add ing, concluding paragraph. So this participle is present participle, but here this one is acting as a gerund. Concluding paragraph. So adjective. Okay, we are using this as an adjective. Okay, concluding paragraph. So adjective as well. So I'm just discussing this in order to let you understand that you find such things everywhere. Okay, so we don't study paragraph only for learning about the parts of paragraph or essay. So it's always there, your verb forms, the participles, and all things are there. It's all interconnected. Okay. So introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, and then you have the conclusion or the concluding paragraph. Is it clear? This is the standard form. So some essays can be so long, even like so many pages you can complete for one essay. Okay, so this is the standard that is expected. Okay, the minimum like 3 body paragraphs, 1 introductory paragraph and 1 concluding paragraph. That makes a 5 paragraph essay. This is for the beginners. Okay. Maybe class 5 and 6 students, introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion. Clear? Does that make sense? All right. So a standard short essay consists of 5 paragraphs. Okay. So this is something I just wanted you to understand. So each time when you are given an assignment by your teacher to write an essay or on any topic, or whenever you feel like writing an essay, keep that in mind. Okay. How many paragraphs am I going to write? 3 paragraphs? Or better, you can write 5 paragraph essay. Okay. And Gaydin Thagila already told you about the key points that you need to remember when you are writing a paragraph. So, like all of a sudden when you think about, I have to write a 5 paragraph essay, how am I going to do that? It's too much for me. Okay, rather than like complaining, start thinking about, see, when you are capable of writing a paragraph, so you can be capable of writing an essay. The only thing that is required is how you form the connection between each paragraphs. Okay, because you know how to like write a paragraph. Okay. It's like if you are able to bake 1 cake, okay, so you can bake 5 cakes, isn't it? Because you know the basic thing that is required to bake a cake. Okay, so if you are told by your friends, okay, or your parents to bake 5 cakes, you are able to do that because the same strategy you have to apply, but then what you need to do is you need more ingredients in a way, isn't it? Okay, so this is just a simple example I just told you in a way so that you can understand, oh, I know how to write a paragraph. Okay, I know there should be a topic sentence, there should be supporting sentences or supporting details. We need to have a concluding part, okay, concluding sentence, and the title should be catchy, or the topic sentence should talk about what you are going to write in the paragraph. When you know that, right, it's the only thing that you require to learn is so how to write more paragraphs that are in a way connected. Okay, it's not that there are like all separate paragraphs. So like one paragraph talking about what should I say? Okay, one paragraph is talking about music, and the other paragraph is talking about language, and the third paragraph is talking about some other art. So in a way, it's difficult to group them in one essay, right? So like I told you in the beginning, essays are focused. So the point, you need to keep that in mind. And then rest are the supporting details. So each one in one paragraph, and then you have to use transitional words that I'll come talk with you later, okay? Okay. So look at the slide. Introduction. Okay, so like I have written on the board, introduction. So first paragraph. So introduction is the first paragraph in an essay, okay? So introduction means that is introducing what you have written. Okay, this paragraph is one that is introducing, okay, what is in the rest of the piece. Okay, like when you meet someone, you introduce yourself, isn't it? The introductory part. You don't like immediately come to the working part. First thing is you introduce yourself. Okay, so the first paragraph introduces, okay, the essay. So that's why it is the introduction. Okay, the first paragraph in an essay, it introduces the main idea of the essay. So since the first paragraph introduces the main idea of the essay, it's very important to be very careful when you write the introduction, because this is what hooks the reader. Okay, this is what catch hold of the reader's attention. So it's very important. It should be engaging and informative. Okay, the first paragraph, that is the introductory paragraph, should be engaging and informative. Okay, it should catch readers' attention. Okay, so I remember my teachers like telling us when we are to write some sort of essay or piece of writing, it should be catchy. Even as a teacher, I remember telling my students to make, like when they were learning how to make a poster or ad, to make it very catchy, means it should catch readers' attention. Because if you are not able to catch readers' attention, they are not going to read, right? So it's very important that your introduction should be catchy enough to attract readers. Okay? So now I have one sample introduction, okay? Introduction sample from one of the written piece of students. Yesterday also I used some of the student write-ups of students that I got during for the DOE English essay writing project. So I have a lot of write-ups of students, so I am using one of these. Okay, so this is the introduction sample. Rather than me writing an introduction, I thought, okay, why not take a sample from a student's own write-up to discuss with you today. Okay, so look at it. It's the introduction sample. Okay. The topic is a class without teacher. Okay, so this is the piece written by student with very minimum, or you can say editing done by me. So I will the left indenting in a way I have made, because this is what is required in a paragraph. Okay, Gedin Stargil, I had already discussed with you that part as well. So very like minimum addition, editing is done. So almost it's students' work itself, okay. There is a famous saying, when the cat is away, the mice will play. The same happens when the teacher is not present in the class. It is the most awaited moment in school life, especially at times when we students are not ready to give the class tests or when the homework is not done. I hope all the students can relate that, right? You can resonate with the feelings here, isn't it? So the students feel quite free and comfortable, okay, without the teacher, and the line of discipline is lost. Friends start gossiping with each other. It is time when classroom changes into a real fish market. Some of the naughty classmates throw pieces of chalks on others' head, and unfortunately they hit nearby eyes, which is so scary and hurts badly. The students who are fond of singing start humming and singing. Okay, so when you read the paragraph and then you look at the topic, okay, do you see a sort of connection? A class without teacher, the whole paragraph talks about how it looks like, isn't it? And it's very important, like your first sentence, in order to attract readers' attention, can either begin with a quotation, a famous proverb, a saying, or you can pose a question, okay, or you can bring in some sort of statistics, a fact, okay, so that people start thinking about, oh, okay, this happened, right? So we can think about trying different ways of starting our essay with, okay, the first paragraph. Right, here the student of class 7, right, the student had used the saying, when the cat is away, the mice will play. And this saying very well fits in the topic, okay, a class without a teacher. Okay, so it's like when the cat is away, the mice will play. And from student's perspective, from the point of view, okay, how a student might think, I think this perfectly fits here, okay. It doesn't mean that the teachers are like cats and all students are like mice. That doesn't mean it. But then, like if we take into account how a child, how a student might think, I think this perfectly fits, okay. So the same happens when the teacher is not present. So we have seen that, right, as a student, because we have lived the life of student as well as teacher. Not you, I'm talking about me and Gedin Stagela, because we both are teachers, and like we are like not born as a teacher directly when we came out into this world. Like we have lived student's life like you, and we know how it feels like being a student. And like when the teacher is not there in the class, so we can in a way visualize, we can kind of think about all those things that might happen. So even when like years back when we were student like you, and when I'm reading this essay, I felt like, okay, the situation is kind of same even now, like so I just like found it quite in a way relevant to the topic, this phrase or the saying, when the cat is away, the mice will play. And throat problem, when the cat is away, the mice will play. If you look at this phrase, this saying, I want you to think of in terms of what we have learned earlier. What do you think? What type of sentence is this? Yes? Did I hear complex sentence? Compound sentence? What type of sentence is this? When the cat is away, the mice will play. Of course, complex sentence, isn't it? When the cat is away, a dependent clause. It means something is going to happen. The mice will play. Independent clause. So this is a complex sentence. So I'm trying to connect everything. Okay, don't forget what you have learned yesterday or before. Okay, keep learning by adding things on and then trying to build the connection, and then you will understand how things are related. The same happens when the teacher is not present in the class. Okay, it is the most awaited moment in school life. And yes, this is very true. When we students are not, especially when you haven't done your homework, or maybe when your teacher had already told you to conduct a test, that she or he is going to conduct a test, so you are worried, okay? So you feel like, if the teacher is on leave, how happy we would be, isn't it? Okay, so this is a sample introductory paragraph. I just wanted to let you know, okay? And see, the sample introductory paragraph is built of many sentences, okay? So you can make it shorter, 5, 6 sentences, maybe 7 and 8. It depends on your level. Or maybe when you feel like what you wanted to express is like already done in 5 or 6 sentences, it's enough. Then the rest of the thing you can add in the body paragraph. Clear? Okay, now let's look at the body paragraph. So after the introduction, you have the body. That is the introductory paragraph and then body paragraphs. Okay. So the body paragraphs, okay, is the main crux of an essay. Okay. So this is where you tell about the main ideas, where your main ideas develop. Okay. This is also very important. So the support and develop the main ideas of the essay. So which part of the essay does that? The body paragraph. Okay. They support and develop the main ideas of the essay. Okay. In the introduction part, you can tell the topic sentence, or somebody say a single sentence as a thesis statement you may learn later. And the body paragraph, you will provide the evidence, the details about why this is so. Okay. So the main idea, the development of main idea begins in the body paragraph. Begin with topic sentences and supporting sentences. Okay, again here I'm just trying to form a connection with what you learned in the second session. So in the second session, if you remember, Gideon Satharigila discussed with you and even gave you a sample of a paragraph, okay, and how a topic sentence and then supporting sentence or supporting details and then ending with a conclusion, a concluding sentence makes a whole paragraph. Okay, so what you need to remember in an essay is, okay, for each body paragraph that you are going to use in an essay, okay, if say suppose if you are going to write an essay of 5 paragraphs, okay, essay of 5 paragraphs means you have the first paragraph as the introductory paragraph, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, and then concluding paragraph. Okay, so even in these 3 paragraphs, okay, you need to have a topic sentence. Clear? You need to have supporting details. Okay? And then you need to connect this paragraph with the second body paragraph. Clear? You can't write this paragraph as a separate thing and then this is a separate thing. You may be discussing a separate evidence, separate detail, but then has to form a connection, should link with this. Okay, how you're going to do that? With some transitional words. Okay, we'll discuss. That's why it's very important to know about or to use transitional words. Okay, so the body paragraph in this, even in body paragraph 1, even if you are writing a long essay of 5 body paragraphs, maybe 6 body paragraphs, so each paragraph needs to have a topic sentence, supporting details, and then how this is linked with the second paragraph. Okay, and then here also you need to have a topic sentence, supporting details, and then you will conclude. And when you begin it, you just you cannot flatly begin like this, but you need to connect in a way with the use of transitional words. Okay, and then for the third paragraph, third body paragraph, also you need to have a topic sentence, supporting details, and then you connect before you conclude it. So the concluding paragraph will be in a way restating the whole thing, but in a different way. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then you look at the conclusion. Okay, the third part of a paragraph writing is conclusion, okay, or concluding paragraph. So this is a summary of the main points of the essay. Okay, so here you summarize all the main points. Clear? A summary of the main points of the essay, and it comes at the end of the essay. Okay, we cannot conclude, right, the concluding paragraph at the beginning. Okay, it comes at the end of the essay. See, when you are writing something, what do you need to follow? Of course, writing process. So while you are doing your pre-writing, you are at the planning stage, the idea of how to conclude your essay might come. Okay, so that is in your rough notebook, or maybe in the first draft, or where you have written all your points and ideas that came to your mind. But then when you are writing the final draft, or when you are just rewriting and publishing, before that, please make sure that your conclusion is at the end of the essay, not the beginning or in the middle. Is that clear? All right. So completes the essay by restating the main idea in different words. So what does it mean? Completes the essay, okay, no doubt. This is the end paragraph, the ending paragraph, right? It completes the essay by restating. Means it's stating again, right? Restating. So what is this concluding paragraph restating? The main ideas, but in different words. Because if you are stating something, the sentence you have used at the beginning, okay, so you are stressing the same thing, but then what you need to remember is try to organize it in a different way. Try to change the word. Think of like another word. Though you want to say the same thing, you are restating that, but do not like copy the same sentence as it is in the first paragraph and then you copy it in the concluding paragraph. Please make sure that you make a slight change. Your statement would be same, but the way you are writing it should be a little different. Okay, so will you keep that in mind? Good. So now look at a sample. So I have taken a part of a write-up of student, okay, a classic student's write-up, and I just thought of, because that student has written a 5-paragraph essay, I think, but the first paragraph is included in the opening paragraph itself. So I have just like taken the last paragraph, the body paragraph 3, and the conclusion, so that you get the idea. Okay. Thirdly, right, because this is not the whole write-up of the child. Okay, this is not the whole thing that the student has written. I've just taken an extract from there, because what I found is the student has written in this manner, using the transitional word like first, then secondly, thirdly, okay, point wise. First this, okay, because when he is stating his points, firstly, I feel this, okay, and then secondly, thirdly. So firstly, secondly, thirdly, these are transitional words, okay, that helps in the transition, okay, from one paragraph to the other. Okay, that is why I have deliberately taken this. So, okay, look at the slide. Thirdly, nature is more important than a precious gem. It is very essential for everyone's survival. We are surrounded by the air we breathe, the water we drink, the sun we soak in, the birds we hear chirping, and the moon we gaze at. Above all, it is full of living and non-living things, which we cherish every day. So this is the third paragraph. Okay, so the paragraph is on nature. The student is trying to highlight the importance of nature. So he has his different points. So I have only made very little addition, like editing, like the indenting, words I haven't changed. I haven't added any word from my side, only maybe some like editing part on punctuation and the way it is written. Okay, very little changes from my side. So this is a child's, in a way, feeling about nature. So he had already mentioned the first point, the second point, and the evidences, the supporting details. So the third paragraph, this is an example of a body paragraph. A classic student said, nature is more important than a precious gem. It is very essential for everyone's survival. So he is stating his point. Okay, his argument in a way. We are surrounded by the air we breathe. So why nature is important? He is stating his point, because we are surrounded by the air we breathe, the water. So he is giving example of how important nature is for us. Giving example of air, water, sun, and connecting to the beauty of nature, like the birds, the sound of birds chirping, and the moon. Okay, so just trying to prove his point, okay, with such examples, the supporting details in a way. Above all, and then it is full of living and non-living things which we cherish every day. So he's in a way trying to let the readers understand, like, yes, these are the things that we find in nature and we cherish these things. So of course, like nature is important. So he's trying to state his point. Okay. So the conclusion, nature has given so much to us. Okay. Yet we humans ask for more and fail to appreciate it. Okay. Therefore, People should learn to have gratitude towards it and start valuing nature before it gets too late. A wake-up call for all of us, a kind of warning, right? So nature has given so much to us. Of course, yes, we have to agree that, right? We humans ask for more. I remember there's a saying, Mother Earth has so much for our need, but not for our greed. So we need to understand to keep a distance, okay? A balance between our need and our greed. So our need should not become our greed. We should know that limit, isn't it? So people should, therefore, again the use of a transitional word, therefore, that is the summing up, okay, what he wants to say. Therefore, people should learn to have gratitude towards it. It means nature, okay, and start valuing nature before it gets too late. Okay, so the ending sentence, the concluding sentence, okay, is a sort of a wake-up call, okay, a kind of reminder. So after reading this, the reader may start thinking about, okay, he concludes the sentence by in a way I should say a warning, right, for human beings. Okay, we have become so greedy that we fail to appreciate the beauty of nature, okay. So we need to remind ourselves, okay, it's a very good reminder, okay. And this is how, in a way, you can end your essay, okay. Sometimes by posing a question or by restating what you have already stated, that how important this is. Okay, this is just a sample of a student's write-up. Okay. Okay, now since I discussed with you about some transition words, let's talk about that. Look at the slide. Transition words, the term itself suggests it's talking about transition, like moving from one to other, right? Transition words. So it's very important because like in just one paragraph of maybe 5, 6, 7 sentences, you may not use a lot of transition words. But when you are writing an essay, which is a group of paragraphs, right? Group of sentences, paragraph, and number of paragraphs making essay. So when you are writing an essay, the use of transition words becomes very important. It becomes very important, right? Otherwise, you will not be able to link the paragraphs. Okay. So transition words, what they do is, transition words link paragraphs together and make it easier to read. So I have certain examples of transition words, like first. So if you have certain points, like in the previous session, Gedinsi Thargela discussed about 3 reasons why you hate rain or monsoon, I just forgot. 3 reasons why you hate monsoon season. So you have to state the points, right? The first reason is this, okay. Secondly, my second reason is this, the third reason is this. So there's a transition, right? And then you can conclude. And therefore, so because of all these reasons, I don't like monsoon season. Okay, but so that is in the essay, but there may be many students who love monsoon season. Okay, then you can write 3 reasons why I like monsoon season. 1, 2, 3. Okay, first, second, third, you can write like that, okay? And so this part of transition is helpful when you are stating something, when you are listing something, when you are listing points. Okay, first, second, third, like this. But if you are writing some sort of essay where you need to contradict something, when you are doing some sort of compare and contrast, okay, then you are going to use some other transition word. Okay, one reason is this, but on the other hand, a sort of contradiction you are showing, a contrast you are showing. Okay, on the contrary, I feel this. Okay. Then if you want to state some similar points connecting each other, okay, this is moreover, I feel like this, okay, like furthermore, okay, to reiterate further, to continue further, I'm going to write. So these are some sort of transitional words, or you can write in addition to this, okay, moreover. Just look at the slides. first, second, I told you when you are listing something, stating points, and then you have however, even though, on the other hand. So this is when you are sort of like showing some sort of contrast, okay? And furthermore, in addition to, moreover, okay, similar points, but then you are trying to connect and link the different paragraphs. And therefore, as a result, consequently comes from the word consequence. Consequence means the result, okay? So consequently means the same as a result. It's only the way it is written different, okay? Therefore, as a result, consequently, thus, I feel like, okay, so this is how you can end. So therefore, as a result, consequently, these sort of transitional words are helpful when you are writing a concluding paragraph, or maybe the final body paragraph to link with the conclusion. Is that clear? Confused? Was it too much for today? All right. So what you can think is, you can think of the sentence types you learn, okay, trying to connect with the paragraph, okay, how sentences can build a paragraph. And then you try to learn, okay, so with different paragraphs, so number like 1 or 2 or 3. So like one body paragraph, introductory paragraph, and concluding paragraph. That makes a 3 paragraphs. So you can write a 3 paragraph essay, or you can write a 5 paragraph essay, okay, depending on your caliber, your wish, okay, how long an essay you want to write, okay, depending on that. So try to keep that in mind, and then you will find that writing an essay is not very difficult, okay. And then try to keep that, like, you know, right, the first impression is very important. So like spend more time for the introductory paragraph, because this is where you need to attract the reader, okay. When your readers are not attracted by your introductory paragraph, they are not going to read the rest of that. So spend some time there, okay. And please do practice, okay, writing paragraphs, writing essays. Do practice. Otherwise, by just listening and watching us, right, explain how this is to be done won't help unless you practice, because language is a skill, and skill needs more practice. So I want our students to keep practicing writing paragraphs and essays, okay. Before we discuss different types of writings, okay, so you have different types of essays, like narrative essays, argumentative, descriptive essays, okay, persuasive. So you will learn about this in our later sessions. So before that, I just want you to think about practicing, okay, any type of essay you're going to write, essay, paragraph. Please, please, please keep practicing, okay. So that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next session, okay.